I'm Jerry.
I'm Allan.
We are
Bourbon Buds.
Tonight we're putting 3 grain-to-glass bourbons head-to-head. Maker's Mark, Star Hill Farms, Frey Ranch Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and Heaven Hills Wheated Grain-to-Glass. 3 different distilleries, 3 different philosophies, but just one question.
Who does farm to bottle bourbon the best? All right, so we hear all about this grain to glass, about the bourbon. So, Jerry, what is grain to glass?
Yeah, so grain to glass just simply means that the distillery controls their grains. They grow their own grain. They directly control it. They distill it. They harvest it, distill it. Everything. There's no outsourcing. There's no other grain markets. They have full control from planting, fermenting, aging, distilling, bottling, and everything. Bourbon nerds actually love this just because of the consistency, craftsmanship, and it almost feels like, even though these are huge, especially Maker's Mark and Heaven Hill, it almost feels like these are craft bourbons from a large distillery. So let's look at the 3 distilleries we have represented. Maker's Mark, Star Hill Farms. They grow their own soft red winter wheat, which is used in the Star Hill Farms grain to glass offering here. Their mash bill is a 51% soft red winter wheat, 27% malted soft red winter wheat, and 22% malted barley. So Maker's Mark covers their typical sweetness with this. I think Maker's Mark has one of the sweeter profiles across the board of any distillery. This bottle is a little bit different than a typical Maker's Mark. It doesn't have the red wax on there. And I think something really cool, the cap on the cork is actually made of stone, kind of showing another element of nature that goes into production of this bottle.
Next one is going to be Heaven Hill, also known for their quite popular bottles, Elijah Craig, Larceny, or Old Fitzgerald. Now this is going to have the wheated profile like the Larceny and Old Fitz profile, but this is going to be a grain to glass farm to table or farm to bottle. So this is a large distillery, but it feels like it's a little craft distillery at the same time. Now this is going to have 35% wheat, 52% corn, and 13% malt. This was distilled in 2017 and released in 2024.
Yeah, this is the 24 version. They just came out with the 2025 version. This does come in a straight bourbon and a rye as well. The wheated version of this bottle is a little more hard to come by. I think MSRP is right around $99 on the 24 version. And I think I've seen the 25 version up around $110 to $120.
And the 2025 is aged in Chinkapin oak as well, what I've noticed. And they have a cooler cap on top from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Okay, and then our last distillery that's represented here is Frey Ranch. This is from Fallon, Nevada. This is really is a true family estate farming ranch that's 100% grain grown, harvested, distilled on their own land. I haven't been there, but there are some videos of this particular distillery that the owner and his wife actually are working the farm and have stopped and gotten out of the tractor to come and talk with people about their whiskeys and bourbons. And I mean, it truly is a farm to bottle operation there. They do it themselves.
That's really cool knowing that this bourbon right here sitting in front of us took a lot of work from their part, a small craft.
Yeah, Heaven Hill and Maker's Mark, these two offerings certainly feel like craft offerings just because of the limited release of them. But Frey Ranch really amplifies the meaning of farm to bottle. I mean, the owners of the distillery are out there working the farm and doing it themselves. I mean, this craft distillery, it truly is what bourbon of America really started out to be. So.
And with these being grain to glass, they're going to be focusing on the grain forward, so it's going to be on taste and the notes. They're going to have a different profile of what you normally think of. It's going to have more grain heavy forward taste, a little bit of funkiness, but overall it should be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll drop Frey Ranch's information down below in the comments description so you can check them out. But they have several offerings. This is the straight bourbon. They have an uncut cask strength. I believe they have a straight wheat. They have a 4-grain. They have multiple offerings. Unfortunately, this is the only offering that I've been able to try so far. I'm very, very interested in trying their other offerings, but they're not really readily available here in Missouri.
They're just not marketed or sold here in Missouri at all. We've had to go out of state to get this bottle.
Yeah. So. And again, that's part of being a small craft distillery. It's, you can't get your bottles everywhere all the time. So, all right, well, let's compare them. It's going to start with the Star Hill Farms by Maker's Mark.
That is a really cool cap on that.
Yeah, I love the cap, and that sucker's heavy.
Now this bottle comes in at 114.7 proof, and is the 2025 release.
Got a real sweet nose to it.
Very sweet.
And grainy, like you said. You could definitely tell it's grainy.
Yeah. Get, again, a caramel, which is almost a quintessential taste of a bourbon. Also, let us know if you get caramel on almost all the bourbons you try or whiskeys. We'd like to know that. Very sweet.
Yeah, definitely a sweet caramel with a little vanilla and grain. I get a little sweetness to the palate, but definitely grainy. You can tell it's 114 proof. It's got a great finish to it. Okay, next we'll check out the other heavy hitter on the table, the Heaven Hill.
Nice cork pop on that. Vanilla.
Yeah, I'm not getting as much caramel on this one as I did on the Star Hill Farms. I do get the vanilla. It's more creamy, and I feel like it's less grainy.
I get like
on the nose.
A light brown sugar.
Definitely more creamy and more vanilla.
Yeah. Got an amberish color on that. Okay. All right, so this does come in at 121 proof. Like I mentioned, this is a 2024 release.
Yeah, it's definitely a little smoother than the Star Hill Farms. Yeah, I think the Star Hill Farms drinks a higher proof, and it is 114.7. So just a little bit lower proof on the Star Hill Farms, but I feel like it drinks hotter than the Heaven Hill.
Now this is quite a bit sweeter than the Star Hill Farms, I feel like, but I get a lot more grain on Heaven Hill than I do the Star Hill.
Really? Because I'm the opposite. I feel like Star Hill Farms is a lot more grainy than Heaven Hill.
Like I got a little bit of a toast flavor on the Star Hill, but I get a bigger toast flavor on the Heaven Hill.
Yeah, and I'm not getting any toasting flavor on either. Definitely get a bread and a grain on the Star Hill Farms, but I just get a sweetness, a smooth sweetness and creaminess on the Heaven Hill.
Now, it would be very interesting to try the other, the rye, and
the
just
bourbon
straight
and rye.
bourbon. All right. Let's move on to the Frey Ranch. Now, this is going to be the straight bourbon. Now, this does come in at 90 proof, batch number 15. It is a 4 grain. 66.6% of this is yellow dent corn. 10% is winter wheat. 11.4% is winter rye, and 12% two-row barley, malted on site.
Oh wow, that's even better than I remember it.
I get like a really sweet corn on that. I can pick out the corn on
Very sweet corn, absolutely.
that. It's like I'm eating a bowl of corn.
Corn pops. You remember the cereal corn pops? Have you had that?
I have not. I'm not a big cereal person.
You don't have that Kellogg corn pops?
No, I'm not a big cereal person.
Oh
I never.
my gosh.
The cereals.
Yeah, to me the Frey Ranch just has a nose just like a bowl of corn pops.
I get apple on the nose.
No, I don't get any apple.
You know, I've been getting a lot of apple recently. Like a fresh, you bit into a fresh Fuji apple. Maybe add a little bit of caramel on it.
Mm. Yeah, that is a bowl of corn pops with whole milk. I mean, it's got the sweetness and fullness of the milk flavor. I mean, it doesn't. Let me clarify. I'm not saying this tastes like milk. I'm saying the bowl of corn pops with whole milk rounds out the corn pops and makes it full and rich. And that's what this glass is to me. It's full and it's rich and it's corn pops and it's just delicious.
I get a lot of that corn sweetness. Reminds me kind of a little bit of when we tried the mash that was working at Ben Holiday. Just that,
Yeah.
just that raw taste of that mash.
Yeah, it had a heavy corn flavor to it. So.
And that mash was pretty good. I wish we could have bottled that and brought it back here.
Yeah, so 90 proof. I would love to try the uncut, the calf strength or farm strength, whatever they call their offering of the uncut. Frey Ranch, if you're out there, if you're listening, we'd love to review that bottle. Just saying. Drop a comment below and I'll send you my address.
And you have a very fantastic bottle here.
Yeah, so for a craft distillery, Frey Ranch is very comparable to the big box stores here. These feel like craft offerings just because of the limited release and the focused release of them. So I think all three offerings are delicious. I think the Star Hill Farms is a little more grainy than the others and drinks at a higher proof, even though it's lower than the Heaven Hill. The Heaven Hill's very sweet and smooth, and then very corn forward with the Frey Ranch, but it's a sweet, full kind of creamy corn, and I just absolutely love it.
Now, talking about price points, so these both are going to be about $100 a piece, MSRP or SRP. This is going to be right around a $50-ish.
I think I paid $55 for that at Total Wine in Illinois. Not available in Missouri at this point in time. So I did have to go out of state. Got that on a trip out east. So I think I paid about $55, $54.99 at Total Wine for that. But some of their other offerings, I haven't seen anything over $100. But again, it's not available readily in Missouri, so our access to it is just not great.
Now, I would highly recommend the Frey Ranch over these two bottles. Yes, these are a really good interpretation of a grain to glass, but I feel like for the price point, $50 for this smaller craft grain to glass Frey Ranch, you're gonna get probably a lot more bang out of your buck for this bottle.
Yeah, and truthfully, if I were ranking these three, which I'm not going to rank them comparable to each other, but I think Frey Ranch would be the clear winner here.
Yeah, I agree. So I definitely recommend Frey Ranch if you're able to pick up a bottle of the regular offering, cask strength, 100% wheat. Any of their offerings, you're not going to go wrong with.
Certainly not saying the other two offerings aren't worth it. Three very, very good pours here. I wouldn't turn down either one of them. Just happen to prefer the Frey Ranch out of these three.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, if you would, drop a comment down below telling us your favorite grain in the glass bottle. There's multiple different bottles out there on the market. Also, if you'd like to drop a comment down if you've tried any of these, drop down your favorite. We'd love to hear that feedback.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our socials: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I'm Jerry.
I'm Allan.
Keep on sipping.
Please drink responsibly.